In your packet, you have resolution 788, and this is a resolution condemning comments in a letter that Ms. Harper published recently, I say April of 2024. This is kind of in conjunction with the defamation case, but we just want to reinforce from an official standpoint a resolution. And I think, Don, you said you wanted to talk on this a bit.
Yeah, I drafted this, and I'm trying to figure out ways to put it in the record. You know, when people look back at what happened in this time frame, I mean, if you Google right now certain things, the chief's name, you know, this letter comes up. The letter is false. You know, and we want to condemn that, but we also want to reinforce our police force and support them. And I think that this certainly does not cure everything. This certainly does not take replacement over trying to get this case adjudicated or settled, but this just gives our support from a commissioner standpoint that the chief of police wrote that letter, and what was published was a complete fabrication, and it wasn't even like a stretching of the truth. And I wrote this resolution the best I could, and you guys certainly patched it up a little bit for me, but I hope we can unanimously support this and support our police.
So I would like to motion then that we accept the resolution 788 as written. Is there a second? Second. Further discussion?
I'm sorry, who was the second? Hank?
Hank, further discussion?
Yes. I just want to make a statement to preface this. I am in 1000% support of our police department, along with Public Works and admin. There's no way I wouldn't support them. However, last month, in Commissioner's comments, Don opened up a door and stated something that the judge said in chambers, because I was there too. And I just want to remind everyone that during that meeting, there was an offer made to the plaintiffs so that we could build on Smolla. So after hearing that, it made me doubt the sincerity of this case. So that's my statement. I don't want to mention what it was, but I think you can piece it together. And also,
Well, that's not being transparent. What?
okay, do you want to know what it was?
Yeah.
We'll drop the defamation case if you let us build on Smolla. Yes, you did. Don, you did. I was sitting right next to you. Anyhow,
First of all, we never met with the plaintiffs.
I didn't say the plaintiffs, we met in chambers with the judge, and
Right,
that
and it
was what
just
you
our
said.
side.
And that's what you said, we'll drop the defamation
We
case.
said we would try to settle all cases.
You may have said that,
Listen,
but specifically defamation was mentioned,
well, it doesn't matter.
specifically. Anyhow, I'm making my statement, you make your statements, and the one thing I'm saying is, I do not want to see any kind of posts anywhere that I do not support our police force, because I do. And I support Public Works, and I support admin. I don't want to see it anywhere.
You're going to see it, because you're not. If you're saying you're voting against
Well,
this.
we
you're
haven't
gonna
voted
support
yet.
Oh, really? Yeah, so we're talking about defamation.
No, we're not. This is.
I mean my statement. I don't want to see it anywhere.
it. Well, if you're voting no, you're not supporting. I think your actions are not
I
supporting.
guess I'm a little case confused, because you just crossed over two cases and they were kind of interchanged. We were in the judge's chambers over the Evans track, not the defamation case. And that's all the judge, I mean.
Correct, no. She was trying to get us to settle, and I think,
She mentioned global settling everything.
right, well,
And I said,
but,
why not?
I don't know, that's not the way it was portrayed.
Anyhow,
Listen, I'm just trying to, we're just trying to move the ball forward, stop obstructing, and just move the ball forward. All I'm asking is for a resolution to support our police department. That's all we're asking for, okay? If you think the letter was legitimate, then I guess you're gonna have to vote against this, but there's no possible way any reasonable human being, including the defendants, they know they got issues, they have liability. That's why they're pulling up this crazy environmental law that has nothing to do with the case to delay it. And hopefully, they can influence the elections and just move one of us out, and then maybe someone will drop this case. This is about supporting our police department. I thought this would be a unifying resolution. I'm assuming it still is. Maybe I'm hopeless with that, but I thought this would be a unifying resolution. This is the one opportunity as a commissioner that I have to protect our police department. I can't usually protect them. We can authorize cars, we can authorize pay, we can authorize contracts. But, every officer that I have ever met in this township is high integrity. And this is the one time I can put my, something on the table and says, we support you, and sign it. Sorry, Dave, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I take offense to this. First of all, it's been voted on months and months and months ago,
What was voted on?
in a public record.
What was voted on?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that. What was
What
voted on,
was
Dave?
voted on?
We voted on this before,
What was voted on before?
as far as the chief of police. And if we were gonna defend this, if we were gonna.
We didn't vote on this resolution before.
We voted 3-2, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Not on this resolution.
No, not on this resolution, but what I'm saying is.
You mean for the defamation case?
This is, I couldn't even imagine that being a commissioner for 5 years, that I don't support every single employee, every single person that volunteers. And just like you just finished saying, Michelle, it was nice to see people come together. It really was. My thing is not with the police, I work with the police chief. So he's been a gentleman to me. He's always tried to resolve whatever issues I brought forward. And every other employee or volunteer. My problem is the money and another lawsuit. Has nothing to do whether supporting anybody.
I agree, Dave. So let's come together, put our differences aside, and come to an agreement on this very simple 3-point resolution. It's, trust me, this thing has been pared down to make it easy. Let's come together. Let's come together and do this, and put our differences aside for 15 seconds. I motion that we approve this resolution. Maybe, I'm sorry, maybe it was already motion.
And again, this one is not funding any defamation case.
funding.
This is a resolution in support. Any more discussion?
I just wanna know why you just can't take our votes the way they are and just leave it be. I've done that many times.
Well, I think it's important for our people to have something that shows that the commissioners support them. And this is very important. I think it's important to our chief of police to have this. Defamation case may go on forever, but he'll have this piece. Okay, is there any more discussion?
Just to note, the date's wrong on the bottom. That's about it.
Okay.
That was yesterday.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against?
Nay.
2 nays. Motion carries. Old business. This is a waiver for Yarnell Road. Is there someone here from? Yes, sir, if you could please come on up, introduce yourself, and Eric, I'm gonna ask you to talk a little as well.